The long-awaited return. We
Yes.
are back. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the
Guess who's
long-awaited
back?
return from the hiatus. I thought about playing Return to the
Back
Mac, but I
again.
decided not to do that. Too many
Now
options
guess
I can
who's
do.
back? Back again.
Exactly. We're
We
back with
is
episode
back.
126 of Two Dudes of Sports News. As always, my name is Garrett. Here, are my co-hosts.
What it do? What it do? This Jalen Prince.
We're back.
New and improved.
We're live on YouTube. We're everywhere. I'm still in. You can tell
We're
how
on
much I've
Facebook.
done.
We're on Facebook too.
We're on Facebook too. We're on Jalen's Facebook. We got everything still on the floor. Nothing has been changed from the studio. I have been busy, but we're back. Jalen, you've been busy too. You've been on TV.
Yeah.
You've been on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
I've been overseas on vacation. It has been a minute, but we're back.
Yeah. And we missed
We're
a
back
lot.
with. We missed a lot.
We missed a lot.
We missed a lot, and we're not going to be able to get into
A
all of it. Not in
lot.
the detail we want to get into it. It's not going to happen
A
the
lot.
way it. Exactly. It's just there's not enough time to get into every facet of it, but we'll get into as much of it as we possibly can. But before we get into all that stuff, follow us on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at TDSN Pod, TikTok at TDSN Pod, on YouTube at TDSN Pod as well. If you follow us on Twitter, you'll see the link, or if you go to YouTube, get the bell on. You'll see whenever we go live. You can go back and watch everything we're doing in that meantime. Try to give as much content as we possibly can. And, you can comment if you want to. Everything's all connected, and we should be good to go. So let's get right into it, man. Let's talk with some college football updates, because literally the second I went on vacation, everything happened. Literally everything happened. We've had so many people getting fired. So many people getting fired. Which we'll jump right into. There is one name missing from this list, which is fine. I'll live with it. It's Hugh Freeze. We don't care about the Alabama school. It's fine. But Sam Pittman from Arkansas has been fired. Jay Norvell from Colorado State has been fired. Billy Napier, Kick Rocks.
Yep.
Kent State has fired Kenny Burns.
You're missing.
Oklahoma State is
technically you're missing two.
I know. We'll get there.
You're missing two, actually.
Oklahoma State has fired Mike Gundy. Oregon State has fired Trent Bray. Penn State has fired James Franklin. Stanford has fired Troy Taylor. That was back in March, though. And then Kenny Burns has fired back in April. Virginia Tech has fired Brent Frey. UAB has fired Trent Dilfer. UCLA has fired Deshaun Foster. That other Auburn school has fired Hugh Freeze. And Brian Kelly has also been told to kick rocks by Malik Neighbors, actually. That was hilarious. And I know you saw that. Did you see that post?
By the way, you did just say that other. No, I didn't see
the
it.
other
You
Alabama
did just
school.
say,
My fault. That other Auburn school. Listen,
I'm about to say, like, we'd be burning.
It's been a day.
We would be burning alive if there was another Auburn school.
It's been a day.
And
so
don't worry, we ain't gonna be here too long.
We'll be all right. It's that other Alabama school. So one change has happened since this has happened. James Franklin got hired. James Franklin has taken the Virginia Tech Hokies job off the board. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
I do.
Do we need to pull up that record he had against top 25 teams? I'm going to try to find it. Hold on. I know I got it somewhere.
Go ahead and pull it up.
I'm going to let you keep talking. What do you think about this while I try to find it?
Go ahead and pull it up while I believe it was. For Virginia Tech, it was a good hire. Like, because I'm thinking of this aspect. You're Virginia Tech. You've been in the island of irrelevancy for quite some time. Yes, it's no secret what his record was in primetime games or big matchup games, but I'm thinking of this in two aspects. Let's go for Virginia Tech side. You want to get back to being relevant, where your entrances of the Enter the Sandman has a whole lot of weight going into it, especially going into big primetime matchups. Now you're going to be able to get recruits because James Franklin can recruit. You
Mhm.
can't be at Penn State that long and not be able to recruit. He can get talent in there. So
Mhm.
he'll be able to get some talent going into Virginia Tech. That's number one. Number two, like your offense is going to be better as well as your defense. Again, you're going to have the talent. Now you're going to have a system that's going to be implemented over there, and hopefully consistency can be able to get into Virginia Tech. Now let's go to James Franklin. It's a fresh start, and he's going into the ACC. Right now, what is the current state of the ACC? That was a rhetorical question. There is no. It is basically irrelevant. That's an irrelevant. That's a relevant conference at this moment in time. Outside of Miami, outside of Georgia Tech, and outside of like Virginia, you had to make a move because outside of that, they're only going to the ACC is going to get one team into the college football playoff because the whole conference has basically been bad. So if I'm
There
Virginia
are
Tech, this is a step in the right direction in order to be able to take control of a very weak conference forward. You're going to get talented. You're going to get recruits. So congratulations for them folks. And Enter the Sandman is only going to get.
so here's where I take issue with it. Where I take issue with it, and I hear you, but the thing is, right now, you also have to remember, yes, there are currently no top 5 teams. There are currently no top 10 ACC teams, but there are about 3 to 4 top 25 teams already. That record is still at risk of having, excuse my language, but that record is a damning record against top 25 teams. That's bad, man. Like, and if I don't know what exactly it is, but shout out to Bustin' with the boys for this issue or this image. But the biggest thing for me when you look at James Franklin is, again, it's a situation where winning the big one has always eluded him in games. And I'd have to find the numbers for because I don't know off the top of my head. But in games against the spread, he has almost lost every game. If he's not favored against the spread, he's almost lost every game. If he is favored in the spread, he has won almost every game. So it's really, really there's weird trends with him. Listen, I'm not accusing him of gambling in any way, shape, or form. I'm assuming somebody's going to mention that with all the stuff coming out right now. That's not what I'm saying. What
Especially,
I'm saying.
but more so, it kind of sounds like you are because you keep mentioning the spread. Like I
Not what
care
I'm
about the
saying.
spread.
Not what I'm saying. I'm just bringing that. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is it's weird, but I don't think that James Franklin is involved in college football betting. I don't think that whatsoever. I'm saying it's just a weird stat that's out there. But
True.
against top 25 teams, he is historically bad. Against top 15 teams, he is historically bad. Against top 5 teams, he is incredibly bad. So, yes, the ACC is objectively easier than the Big Ten, but again, there's currently 3 to 4 top 25 teams in the ACC right now. One of them is currently a playoff contender. It still doesn't bode well for him. Will it be easier than the Big Ten? Sure. Absolutely. Will he be able to get recruits? Absolutely. Virginia Tech has a great fan base. Everything like that's going to be really, really good. My problem with this hiring of James Franklin is, again, it's the ability to win the big one. And I say that Georgia fans will understand exactly what I'm talking about here. Jalen, you might too. James Franklin reminds me of Mark Richt, the old
Not a
Georgia
bad,
coach,
not a bad comparison.
which isn't a bad thing. Richt is good for 9 to 10 wins a year. He's got a good recruiter. Richt is a good recruiter. Franklin's a good recruiter. James Franklin is always good for 9 to 10 wins a year. Richt is always good for one to two losses. One of them's going to be really weird. James Franklin is always good for 1 to 2 losses. One of them being really, really weird. I think that's a fair comparison in my opinion. And I don't think it's a bad comparison either. Mark Richt was a great head coach. That's not a
Really
bad,
good.
it's not a shot at Franklin
I
either.
wouldn't say
It's just
great. I said really good.
he Hall of Game versus Hall of Fame. That's how I put it. To quote Dion,
That's
but
why I go really good.
he was a really good coach, and he's a respected coach, and you give it where that's where I'm at with it. I think he's a Mark Richt-esque coach. He's not going to win the big one, but he will get you 9 to 10 wins here and keep the boosters happy. So that's where
Let's
I'm at.
let's move on. That was a job that got hired. Now let's try to figure who else is going to who else is going to fill out more jobs. Primarily, the big topic of conversation in college football is Lane Kiffin,
Florida.
and yeah, I you and I are in the same boat.
You don't take your wife and kids to a campus tour unless you fully intend to take the job.
Pretty much, but
That's where I'm
unless
at.
but here's the thing: his son is also a recruit as well, and he's a highly touted recruit. So that could be just one of those quote unquote official visits. That's a different story. Now, the, I know, but I know, but there's a lot of ways I'm looking at it. One, I'm
Mhm.
looking at it like obviously if it was if I had to choose or if I had to make my prediction, I'm saying Florida as well because he
Mhm.
already got roots playing in Florida. He would fit Florida, the recruits in Florida. It's a no brainer. LSU, we understand the lineage. But the problem with LSU is ran by a governor, and I'm not going no
We're not
politics.
touching that.
We not touching that. This is
Not
a
touching
sports
that.
show, and we're gonna keep it sports related. But because of administration is, they don't have an AD. I think that's just a bad setup. I know the recruits are over there. I understand the lineage and the history. I don't think LSU is a good. I don't think LSU is a good job. And by the way, leave Nick Saban alone. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, outside of that, I just say Florida. If he were to leave Ole Miss, but given what he's built at Ole Miss, I won't be surprised if he stays neither. Let's keep it a buck. He's built Ole Miss to what it is now.
My
So like if he wants to stay, nobody's gonna knock him for it,
I'm gonna
and
catch
nobody
heat for
should.
this. No, I'm gonna catch heat for this. The reason why I think he takes the Florida job, and I want to be very clear too. I love how we're both talking about how he's not taking the Penn State job. He's not
He's the
taking
one.
the Penn State job.
He knows it's the SEC.
But it's also, do you know part of the reason why he's not taking the Penn State job?
Why?
I know somebody who knew him when he was coming up. He likes warm weather. Pennsylvania is not warm. Aaron, I'm sorry, it's not. Pennsylvania is not warm. Him and his wife like warm weather. Therefore, they're going to try to stick in a warm weather climate for sure. The money isn't necessarily the issue, I feel like. To me, I think the question for Lane is, do you want to just be known as a good coach, or do you actually want to win it? Because I don't think that Ole Miss I don't think Ole Miss can win it all in this current state of college football because they don't have the funds. And again, not a shot at Ole Miss. They don't have the funds or the backing or the history that an LSU or a University of Florida has. The reason why I think it's Florida over LSU, LSU still owes Brian Kelly quite a bit of money.
Yep.
Florida owes Billy Napier quite a bit of money, albeit significantly less money. And I don't know if you saw this. Did you see where apparently they tried to get Brian Kelly to take less money from being fired?
Nope.
I'm gonna find it. They tried to get him to be like, oh, like, do you agree to take like half of what we owe you? And he did what anybody would say in that moment when they're trying to steal $30 million from you. It's no, no, you can pay me what you owe me. We're not doing
Yep.
that whatsoever. But I think he goes to Florida solely because Florida has the money. They have the funds currently available. They have the history and they have the funds to play that NIL game more so than Ole Miss has the funds to do it.
Agreed.
That's where I'm at with it.
All right.
I
Well,
don't
we'll
know who's
see.
going to go to Penn State.
But we'll see. Let's move
Yeah, we'll
on.
see. Let's move on.
Because
We've been
again,
talking about this too long.
we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to catch up on.
This is going to be fun. General college football update, and I think we can lean heavy into it with the playoffs if you want to.
Mainly the playoffs because
Let's lean
again,
right into the playoffs.
a lot of things have happened.
If it ends today, nothing changes, everybody wins out. This is the current setup right now for the college football playoff. For anybody listening on whatever podcast platform we're listening to, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever, this is why you watch live on YouTube. Or you go back later and you watch the recaps. You can see what we're looking at. We have the brackets pulled up right now. Exactly. Oh, on Facebook. We have the bracket pulled up right now. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Georgia. All number 1, 2, 3, and 4 get a first round bye.
Yep.
The teams that will play in currently, the G5 team that gets in is Tulane. Texas Tech is number 5. Notre Dame is number 9. Oklahoma's number 8. They play each other. Miami plays Ole Miss. Miami's the 11 seed. Ole Miss the 6 seed. Bama plays Oregon. Bama being the 10 seed. Oregon being the 7 seed. Jalen, my question to you, and by the way, this is Miami has to win the ACC in order to keep their bid.
I know.
Tulane must win their conference in order to keep their bid. Yep. Now, we're going to take the G5 team out of it. I'm not messing with the G5 team. That one's too up in the air. There's too many variables for that one. So we're not going to play around with that one. What teams do you think won't be here come playoff time from this list?
Worst case scenario is my Tide going into Auburn because that's a death trap, and that's a death trap game. But I do believe we're going to go in there, we're going to survive, and then we'll make the playoff. Because all we have to do is just go in there and survive. That's basically it. Whatever happens in the SEC championship, hopefully a dub happens. But I do believe that's a go and survive. To answer that question, I
know my answer.
Miami.
Yep, I'm on the exact same page. I don't think Miami makes it.
I was about this close for saying Ole Miss. I was about this close for saying Ole Miss for the simple fact they got to go against Mississippi State. And I know a lot of folks ain't going to care about that. But it's the Egg Bowl. It's rivalry. Stuff gets crazy in Starkville. Or I think that game's in Starkville. Either way.
I think it's in Starkville this year. Here's my question. Remind me. SEC is best 2 teams, right?
No.
East-West?
Once Texas and Oklahoma joined, they killed the East and West.
So it's the best 2 teams playing the championship. So championship season ends today. Georgia plays. I know that because that won't matter yet because Georgia will play A&M.
Yeah.
If the season ends today.
Well, no. Bama's still like number 2 in the SEC.
I gotta pull up SEC rankings. Hold on.
Yeah, Bama's still number 2 in the SEC.
Let me pull up the SEC rankings real quick because I'm curious.
Go ahead. Again, yeah, Bama's still number 2. So right now,
A&M 7-0, Georgia 7-1.
Nope. Well, yeah, that's correct, but we still on the tiebreaker.
Who do you own the tiebreaker over?
Georgia.
You'd have to win out. You'd have to beat Auburn.
Yeah, we beat Auburn. We go to the spot. So basically, it's still A&M and Bama. So that's why. That's that. So tell me what the question was again.
What team? So you think Miami's going to be out of it?
I think Miami's going to be out. Trying to think. Y'all play Florida State Y'all play Florida State Thanksgiving week, correct?
That game's going to be on CISO.
Who does Miami play?
I'm about to pull it up. Hold on.
But the reason why I go Miami, it all depends on what happens with Georgia Tech in Atlanta.
Miami plays Virginia Tech and then Pittsburgh.
Okay, so Pitt is a trap. Even though Notre Dame beat the crap out of them, Pitt is a trap.
Tech is a trap, in my opinion.
Yeah, Tech is definitely a trap. Well, Virginia Tech or Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech's a trap too, but I think Virginia Tech's a bit of a trap.
But here's the thing, Georgia Tech. Look, Georgia Tech still got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to win, and they win their game this week, and then they still got to go. They still got the clean old fashioned hate in Atlanta in the Mercedes Benz. And I'm still giving them a shot. But we can preview that game next week.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the odds right now. 6 teams remain in contention for Charlotte, Georgia Tech, Virginia, SMU, Pitt, and Miami, and Duke.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find
SMU
it.
made it last year. They're not going in there. They're not going into it this year.
No, I'd have to find it. Yeah, I'd have to really go. I'd have to look more into it. We don't have the time to do that, but I definitely think
No,
that it's. I think Miami
I
misses.
think
I don't think Miami's here.
yeah. No, personally, I would love to say Notre Dame, but we both know Notre Dame's
And the
always going to get
only
in.
reason why Notre Dame is in is because Notre Dame always gets a pass. Notre Dame even screwed
Every goddamn time.
in every sport. I'm pretty sure Notre Dame screwed over
No, no, no,
Georgia Southern
no.
soccer.
Yeah, they did. They did. But that's
That's a
another
different
pod.
conversation.
That's a different podcast. We don't
Yeah,
know. We don't know too much. I'm not gonna get into too much details about that. We know what Notre Dame is, and I got to give them credit. They have been playing good football, especially Jeremiah Love. But
mhm.
nobody really believes they're going to go
No,
back.
Notre Dame's a first round exit. I don't care about that. And then on top of that, like this is why I don't think because they have Oklahoma. Batier's gonna Oklahoma's
But
gonna
like,
dog.
look, this setup is going to change in 2 weeks. This is not going to be the same.
I'm
This is
saying
not
if
going
it
to be the
ends
same.
right now, that's what we get. And I think Oklahoma would absolutely dog walk Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I think Oregon will beat Notre Dame.
I can't say that. Nope, I cannot say that.
I think
Because
beat Notre Dame.
Look, I give Oklahoma credit. They came to T-Town. They beat us. The defense is powerful. And I knew that. But yeah, so Oklahoma had the chance defensively, but offensively, not that great. Material's still not playing good football.
I think there are two teams on this. In my opinion, season ends today. These are the teams that may shuffle, whatever. There are only two teams on this current bracket that I don't think can beat Notre Dame.
Yep.
And it's Miami and Tulane. I think every other team on this bracket could beat Notre Dame. Stop Jeremiah Love. Force Carr to beat you with his arm.
Pretty much.
How you do it? You good?
Nah, it's easier said than done. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. It is easier
anyway,
said than done. But yeah, I mean, I think to me, I think Miami's out. Miami's not in this by the end of the season. There's no way. And that's not me being a Miami hater. That's me being realistic.
Yeah. Let's move on. We'll get more into college football next week, especially Thanksgiving week.
This is the broad stroke episode.
Literally, yeah.
So anyway, we're painting with the broadest strokes we possibly can. NFL time. Let's get into some NFL updates real quick.
Sure.
Seahawks been looking nice. Sam Darnold came back down to earth.
Yeah, not his best day. That was
but I like how y'all's players had his back.
Oh, Dearness Jones is gonna have his back, yeah, without question.
Yeah, I like how y'all's players had his back. It was nice. And then the Jaguars continued our domination over the Chargers from the last 4 years.
Yeah, that was.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest with everybody. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that to be, but we held them to under 150 yards. Didn't expect that. Like that's belt behind, no question. That's exactly what that is.
It was shocking more so along the lines of like y'all haven't been playing like offensively. Y'all, well, not offensively. Yeah, team-wise, y'all haven't.
You're right.
Team like just as the unit, y'all haven't played like good football since that Chiefs game.
Right. We haven't played cohesive football since the Chiefs game, but we're in a situation where we've got consistent hands at wide receiver, which Kobe Myers and Parker Washington with consistent hands. Trevor's not playing scared anymore, which is nice. And the run game is in its own. On top of that, the defense is healthy. For the most part, we're still missing one or two players, but the defense is finally healthy.
Yeah, Travis is out.
Travis is out. BTJ has been out. And when they come back, we're going to be even better. Here's where I'm at and what makes me excited.
What's up?
I genuinely see 2 losses left for Jacksonville.
All right. What's your remaining schedule?
So remaining schedule, we got Arizona this week, who I think is going to play us closer than I would like. We got Arizona, Tennessee, Colts, Jets, Broncos. Sorry. We got the Titans twice, which is a sweep. We got Arizona. We got the Jets. That's a win. We have the Colts, which we're going to split with because we always split with Indy. And interesting. Do you know the last time that
have y'all played the Colts?
Not yet. We haven't played the Colts or the Titans yet. Do you know the last time that the Jags or Colts swept each other during the series?
When?
2002.
Okay.
We have split with them since 2002. That's what I'm saying. We split with them dang near every year. It has been over 20 years since, and I might be wrong on that, but I remember looking that up the other day, and I'm pretty sure it was 2002. It has been 20 years since either team has swept this series. So we're going to split with Indy. And we have to play Denver in Denver. And I think we lose that game because Denver's been finding ways to win.
Bro, what?
I think we lose to Denver, and I think we lose a game in Indy. And I think we win out the rest because Titans are awful. Jets are awful. Arizona's going to play as close.
Yep.
And that's the rest of the game. We played the Titans twice. We played the Jets and the Cardinals.
As far as my team goes with the Seahawks, look, we just got to take care of our business and can't turn the ball over because defensively we're good. We're one of the best defenses in the league. Offensively, we're still one of the best offenses in the league. You got to give the Rams credit; they was able to get the job done. But dog, we should have been in that game in the first place. Four turnovers, four turnovers in general, four interceptions. If you take away one of those interceptions, we most likely win the game. Not to mention a perfect punt. Like that punt was perfect. I wasn't even mad at. I was more just surprised. Like we still got a chance. 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 That's what was going through my mind because like outside the first few drives, majority of their drives, the Rams, that is, were in good field position because of a turnover. Majority of the time, because their first drive when they was driving it down and they got in the red zone, we got to stop on 4th and 1. So like we made the necessary adjustments, and I'm happy with that. I can live with that. We just got to do better offensively because the run game slowly getting better, even with Anthony Bradford. Passing game is there with JSN, even with Anthony Bradford, and we're only going to continue to improve in each and everything, even with Anthony Bradford. So like you just got to clean up the turnovers. And shoot, we got the Titans this week, so we have a big chance to get back, to bounce back. Even with Anthony
this is your
Bradford.
get back game. This is your get back game. I mean, this is the Titans are just they're not
definitely.
They're not
and
a good team.
Look, if we still have Pete Carroll, I will be worried about the Titans. But because we got Mike McDonald, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about the Titans. Like I'm not gonna take them for granted. I'm not gonna underestimate them. What I'm saying is I'm not worried about us shooting ourselves in the foot again and possibly losing and possibly like either missing out and blowing another opportunity. I don't believe that's going to happen.
That's fair. Well, let's get into some playoff prediction stuff right now because that's always interesting for me. Current playoff standings if the season ends today.
God,
Philly and Denver get a bye. You guys play Tampa in the first round. Green Bay plays Chicago. Rams play the Niners. That'd be a good game.
Yeah.
Buffalo plays Pitt. Chargers play the Colts. Jags play the Patriots. We get our get back because we got screwed in 2017, and I'll die on that hill. But that's besides the point. Who do you think from this playoff picture is not in it by the end of the season?
Bucks are going to win the division. Philly's going to win the division.
And I don't even think Philly's going to win the division because
there's still a strong chance for like Green Bay and Chicago to flip.
Yep.
The Niners will make it because they're going to go on a run. Us and the Rams will most likely flip. I don't know. I think the NFC is set. I think scratch that. Yeah, the NFC is set. These are the teams that are going to make it. It's a matter of seeding and positioning. But look, if we were to end the season now, I'm feeling good going into Tampa Bay because I want that get back. Y'all remember, folks remember that game that we had against Tampa Bay where it was just a flat out shootout and it was just like one freak like ball trajectory knocks off the back of somebody's head, and then Levante David gets the pick, and then they kick a game-winning field goal. So, like, I would look forward to that comeback. I'm fine with the way this thing and the way this thing looks. So, I believe that the NFC is solidified. These are the playoff teams. It's a manner of seeding. On the AFC side, it's
go ahead.
it's a very weird picture. Kansas City is not on here, which is very weird. But if I have to say a team that would not be here or would not make it, dog, I'm sorry, but I gotta go your Jags.
We have an insanely easy schedule coming out,
Yep,
which is
y'all
why I
do.
think we stay. I think the Chargers miss, and
I
I think
get
the Chiefs sneak in.
I can see that as well, but the reason why I would give y'all a better chance is for the fact that y'all have known, like, other teams are not only known for, there are teams in the NFL that are known for just messing it up for themselves. The Jags are one of those teams. The fact that y'all have a golden opportunity, the way your schedule looks, y'all should secure the playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
However, again, you haven't faced the Colts,
We'll split.
and you don't know what that might do if that were to occur.
I'm going to give you our next. So these are our next games again. We're at Arizona, at the Titans, Colts at home, Jets at home, in Denver, in Indy, back at home to finish the season with the Titans. We, for the last for this part of the schedule stretch, the Jaguars have the 28th toughest schedule going into this part of the stretch. It won't get easier than this. The reason why I think New England's in it is because New England's schedule is even easier. They have the Bengals, the Giants, a bye week, the Bills, the Ravens, the Jets, and the Dolphins. Patriots are a lock. I think the Jags and Indy, I think, are also a lock. I don't know where the Jags are going to sit the seeding, but I think they're a lock. Broncos have a very easy schedule. They're a lock. Bills are middle of the pack. The Bills have the Texans, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Patriots, the Browns, the Eagles, and the Jets. They'll beat the Jets. They'll beat the Browns. Patriots going to be close. They'll beat the Bengals, and I think they beat the Steelers. The Bills, I think we can safely lock in. Steelers have the Bears, the Bills, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Lions, the Browns, and the Ravens again. I think the Steelers could slip out, and I think the Chargers are definitely going to fall out of this. When it comes to the NFC, though, I completely disagree with you. I don't think the NFC's locked.
All right, who you got?
Packers have the Vikings, which is a win because JJ's playing awful. They have the Lions, the Bears, the Broncos, the Bears again, the Ravens, and the Vikings. I think the Packers could slip out.
And who slips in?
I don't know who slips in, but I think the Lions might slip in. I think the Packers could slip out, and I think the Bears could almost slip out because the Bears have to play the Steelers, the Eagles, the Packers twice, the Browns, the Niners, and the Lions. I really think the Bears could slip down to that 7th seed. And I think the Niners could slip down to that 7th seed. And I think Green Bay slips out. And I think the Lions sneak in.
I can't see Green Bay slipping out because I still see.
I could see Green Bay slipping unless Chicago goes on a historic loss. Because let's put it, Philly's not out, and it's not that Philly's the best team in their division. Philly's just the most complete team in that division. If that makes any sense, they're not blowing anybody out; they're just winning. So, which is probably the most nothing burger of a sentence I've ever said. So let me try this again because that was just a ridiculous statement. I don't think Philly is as great as their record says.
Look, we understand that, but here's the thing: I'm a Jalen Hurts believer. I'm a Devontae Smith believer. But I've said this time and time again: Kevin Petula ain't it.
I think
the
we
whole
all agree on
offensive
that.
flow is not it.
It's off.
Now, to be honest with you, I think Philly kind of missed Mekhi Becton to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But dog, you look at that defense, bro. The
Defense, the
secondary got
defense was
better.
keeping him in.
They got they possibly got the trade of the year, and they possibly got the trade of this season with Jalen Phillips, because like their front was already set
Trade of the
along with the
season still
linebacker.
Micah.
But
Trade of the
dog,
season still Micah. I don't care what anybody says.
nah,
What?
no.
You don't think Micah was the
Micah,
trade of the
Micah.
season?
Oh, think about this. Micah has produced. I get if Green Bay would have kept on winning and his numbers would show, and they would have the number 1 seed like they had early on in the season. I get you on that, but they don't. They don't.
We don't check this out right now because now
Go ahead.
I
Like
am
he's producing. He's gonna get votes.
man.
But but right now, okay. You can have trade of the season, but I'm gonna say by that deadline, if Jalen Phillips stays on this pace, especially on his impact, very much could possibly be trade of the season. Especially if they're able to go all the way.
And I can't go there. I still think Micah's trade of the season. But to me, and this isn't me being a Philly hater. Philly is clearly the number 1 seed, and they're going to stay the number 1 seed.
They're gonna stay the number 1
That's
seed.
how it is.
Yes.
I'm not disagreeing with any Philly fans on that. Y'all calm down. What I'm saying is y'all aren't literally y'all aren't the same team y'all were last year.
Look, they know that. A lot of Philly fans know that.
Philly's not repeating.
Like they know they're not the same team as last year. They don't. But here's the thing. I don't think they need to be. Here's the thing. Philly is. Look, you keep saying that. I'm not going to deny it. No, I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to say they are. I'm not going to say they're not. All I'm saying is like, look, I still look at that team as far as like they can get hot at any point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like they play within the game. Now, do they make some boneheaded decisions? Yes, most likely. Because again, I'm not a big believer in having a first-year offensive coordinator with a whole bunch of weapons. That's just not that's not my forte. And Petula's just not it. Simply put. Now, folks want to get on Jalen Hurts. Has he overthrown some pass? Yep. Has he underthrown? Yep. A lot of quarterbacks do it. But at the same time, he's got the cachet. He's got the history to be able to get it done. He's proven that. So, like, I'm not worried about. If I'm a Philly fan, I'm not worried about Jalen. I'm not worried about the offense too much. You just got to keep handling your business. Heck, we ain't got Thanksgiving this week.
You know why I also don't think Jalen Phillips is going to be the trade of the season?
Why?
Guess who just got put on IR?
Who?
Jalen Phillips.
Dang.
Best ability is availability. Which
put that on. Wait, like shoot, what is that? A tweet or news or like?
As of 5 hours ago. Hold on, I got you.
Shoot, put that on.
Athlon Sports. I got you. Give me a second. We'll share the screen. Hold on. We'll share the screen. This isn't breaking news, by the way. Not breaking news at all. But here we are. Eagles announced Jalen Phillips injury update before Cowboys game. This is from 5 hours ago per Athlon Sports.
All right. But look, Philly's going to be fine.
Philly's going to be fine. Don't get me wrong. Philly's going to be fine. But I still, to this point, think that Micah Parsons is the trade of the season.
I'm not going to argue with you as far as on that. But, like, right now, from what I'm seeing, like, Phillips has been the difference maker so far.
Micah hasn't?
Micah has been the difference maker. But at the same time, it's like, I got to look at – I have to look at just the impact from the defense. Because
I know. I'm just messing with you.
I'm trying to think. Did Philly lose to the Browns?
Mm-mm.
Did Philly lose to the Panthers?
Hold on. The Browns only, because the Browns have only won like 1 or 2 games. We got to talk about Shador too before we finish that.
We're going to.
The Browns have beaten, who have they beaten? That's preseason. Browns beat the Packers and they beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. So I don't think like the only teams that I remember that Philly lost to was the Broncos, and we see how they're doing. And then a healthy Giant squad on a Thursday night in New York.
How do you feel about Scottaboo getting the heat that he's getting?
What about the Monday Night Raw stuff?
Yeah.
Valid.
I don't think it's that valid.
Dog, you
I
got
don't
a
think it's
broke
that
leg.
valid.
You got a broke leg.
Enjoy yourself, man.
You still got a broke leg. You got to get
He
healthy.
can't. He can't go out in public with a broken leg.
He can go out in public. You can't try to fight nobody,
I don't
whether
think
it's
he's fight,
staged or not.
bro. Come on,
Whether
come
it's
on,
staged or not.
come on.
And not to mention, dog, you know the payment reputation when it comes to running backs. He is disposable. He is replaceable. Don't matter how talented you are, that position is replaceable.
No, I hear you. I don't think he's. They ain't gonna replace him right at the gate.
I
He's
know
gonna
they're
be
not going to
fine.
replace him. I know they're not going to replace him out the gate. He's valuable right now,
It's
but
not like
you got to be smart when it comes to
it's
stuff
not
like
like
that.
he's out here riding jet skis and doing all kinds of other stuff and doing,
I
dunks on the
I,
basketball court.
I understand
He's
that, but
in a staged play fight on Monday Night Raw.
I get what you're saying, but like because you're coming off injury, you still got to be careful with that. But anyway, let's get into some of the big news that we got off today.
Yeah, let's get Shador and then we'll go from there because Shador is going to be QB1 going into this game.
Finally,
it's about time, and it's listen. And I'll be honest. He looked awful.
why would you
in
lie?
his spot start. Well, I wouldn't, but you know what I mean. He
You
looked.
said you be on.
Bro, you were reminding me. Shout out Bubba, by the way, old work friend of mine. He used to always say that whenever it's like, Bubba, I'll be honest with you, and he'd be like, "Oh, so you've been lying."
Yeah,
So that's funny. That's funny. But like, listen, Shador had an awful first game in the spot start that he had. He didn't look good.
Yeah, he did not look good, but
I'm not going to pass judgment until
especially
I
after the
see.
other reports, especially after what Stefanski said.
They said that they didn't even know his cadence.
Didn't know his cadence. He's never took any rep. He's never took
any first team reps.
Any first team reps, which that's not a surprise because that's been reported all year.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew he hadn't been taking first team reps. So it's bad. It looks bad. It's very, very. It looks bad. So I'm not passing judgment yet.
It looks malpractice.
It does. He's fortunate to be able to go into a situation where he is playing a very weak Raiders team.
Raiders.
Yeah, no, that's why I corrected myself. He's playing a very weak Raiders team. Not that top comment. I love that top comment. This is why Twitter's great.
Let's stay on focus. Let's stay focused.
I'm trying. That top comment's hilarious. This is why you need to watch on YouTube. That top comment's hilarious. But to me, yeah, like I think this is the game where you get to start to judge Shador. He's got a full week of first team reps. He's got a full week game planning as the number one QB. And yes, there's people who go, "Oh, you game plan every week, like number one QB." Yeah. Like, shut up. He's been buried in the depth chart since the beginning of the season. Yep. Now it's time. So to me, I'm in a situation where I think that this is the game where we start to be able to judge him. This is the game that decides in a competent franchise, Cleveland, you are not this, coming from a Jags fan, this is the game where in a competent franchise, if he dominates and plays better than Dylan Gabriel or anybody else on this team, then the job is his.
That was on this team.
Mm-hmm. The job is his. And I think he understands that.
Keyword should be right now he has the golden opportunity to go on a run.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we can't look at it just for one game. One game is for like the casual fans and a lot of his fans and for Browns fans to try to be excited. So like he looked good against the Raiders. But let's pull up their schedule. Let's pull up their schedule real quick.
I got you. Remainder of the Browns schedule.
Just share the screen.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. Yeah, I got you. Remainder of the Browns schedule is he has the Raiders this week.
Okay.
Niners next week.
That's
the week after that.
That's going to be a test right there.
Niners is going to be difficult.
If he looks good against Robert Salah's squad, then you got something.
They may put
argue.
Gabriel in. They may put Gabriel back in.
You right. That depends on how much he clears concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm. Titans a week after that. Followed by the Bears, followed by the Bills, followed by the Steelers, followed by the Bengals.
Dog, like right now, depending on how long Gabriel's out with concussion, this is a golden opportunity for Shador. Even if it's not even with the Browns, it could be with any other team if they could just like find a way to convince the Browns to let him go.
I can see 4 wins on this schedule right now.
We just need to see the one.
I see 4 wins on the schedule right now. I don't see the Browns. The Browns are not winning out. They're out of their no. Sorry, Cleveland. I'm not sorry at all. Sorry, Cleveland fans. You're not winning out. You're not beating the Niners. You're not beating the Bills. You'll beat the Titans, and you might beat the Bengals.
Okay.
You'll probably beat the Bengals, and you're going to sneak up on the Bears or the Steelers. I'll give you that.
Here's the thing. The only reason why we're saying the Browns can't win a lot of those games is not because of their defense.
It's a questionable offense.
Yes, it's the questionable offense. Defensively, they've been great. Primarily one man who I don't feel bad for.
No. And let's address that now.
And that is, go ahead.
Let's address that now. I agree with you completely. I don't feel bad for Myles Garrett for losing these games.
He got 15.
Myles chose the money, which I completely understand and respect that. Anybody wants to pay me that much money to stay in Cleveland? I'll go tomorrow. I'll go tonight. I'll go tonight. You want to pay me that much money to live in Cleveland for 4 years? I'll go tonight. But you can't be mad. You can be mad, but you also can't be like, you can be mad because you're a competitor, but you chose the money.
Yeah, you can't expect no sympathy.
You chose the money. And that's on you. You chose the money to stay after putting out this piece about how, I've always wanted to win championships. That's been the goal since day one. So it's time for me to request a trade. No,
he said he wanted to win.
No, he wanted to win. And it's something he's always wanted to do. And then he stays to collect a ridiculous check, which again,
nobody's going to knock you for that, but don't complain about it or ask for no sympathy because you said what you said.
Let's pull up that contract right now, just so I'm curious. Current contract, he signed a 4-year extension worth up to $160 million with an APY of $40 million per year, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL at the time of the extension, which I don't think he's currently, but whatever. Current contract details per Sport Track, which we won't get too into it. I mean, it's backloaded too. Hold on, we're sharing that. That is a backloaded contract.
I'm gonna let you explain it because I'm still learning the contract business.
I got you. Gotta get my ads off. Took down my ad blocker to do the show. So I'll get rid of all that. But yeah, if you look at this contract right now, I'm gonna go full screen on my screen so I can see this better. You've got his first year, so 2025. He is currently, his cap hit is $22 million or $22 million. We'll call it $23 million just to be safe. He got a $23 million cap hit. If they decide to cut him after this season, he carries a dead cap weight of $124 million against the cap. Because that's how much he's owed on this contract. If you look at his cap hit by year, it gets really bad in 2029, which is where that contract really starts to kick in. Yes, the base salary is next to nothing. Yes, the signing bonus is, not too bad. But that's 2028. I'm looking at that. That's my fault. And 2029 is where it really, really hits. His base salary is $38 million. He has a cap hit of $65 million because I'm rounding up. Now, I don't know what that's going to be or what the cap is going to be that year for anything like that. But you have a defensive end who is at the tail end of his career, being 34 years old, taking up $65 million in cap. Say what you want about Cleveland. They have never been good at making contracts. They're never made smart financial decisions.
You can't tell that Deshaun Watson. because he
That was
ain't
an
gonna
awful decision by Cleveland.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
awful decision by Cleveland.
Not to Deshaun, not to Deshaun.
Nope, and we won't touch that. But yeah, what else you want to get into, man? We got to touch the NBA, and then I think we got to wrap up.
Yeah, let's get into some NBA stuff.
Let's do it. NBA is back, man, and you've been watching more than I have. I've been running
I've
around for
been.
work trying to pay
I ain't
attention
gonna
for the
say.
last
I'm
two
not gonna say
weeks.
all that. I've been more focused in the football, and
I've been watching none, so you've
I've
been
been
watching
watching
more than
more
me.
college basketball than I've been doing NBA. But I have been keeping. Obviously, we know Wembanyama's a freak of nature. We understand that.
Mhm.
Dog, Yoke gonna win another MVP.
Maybe.
Ain't no maybe.
It's a maybe.
Ain't no maybe, dog. Like
It's a maybe.
he ain't no maybe.
Mm,
Now I know they
it's
lost to
early.
Chicago. I know they lost to Chicago tonight, but also shout out to Jalen Johnson got like player of the week on last week. But dog, what Jokic is doing right now, and the percentage and the efficiencies that he's doing it, he's ridiculous right now, man.
He's playing. Listen, I'm not saying Yoke isn't playing great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna share my screen again because I want to pull this up real quick.
Go ahead. I'll take this one off.
These are the current betting odds for the NBA and for the MVP. Jokic is at plus 150. So Jokic has the best odds, but right
Yeah,
behind him is SGA. Then it's
and
Luca, and then
yeah,
that's where it gets stupid.
you're not gonna
Giannis
get
ain't winning.
you're not gonna get no debate from me on SGA because you know how I feel about him and the Thunder.
Mm-hmm. I think it's again, it's a three-way race between Yoke, SGA, and Luca. I think anything after that is not happening. How? No way. Alperen Sengun has better odds than Kevin Durant to win. Sengun? Sengun. Okay. This is why I love this early season stuff. This is hilarious. They no way Sengun has better odds than Brunson, Kevin Durant, James Harden. I get. That's hilarious. Ja's got to play games to get an MVP.
Yeah, overall, it's been a solid dog. Well, here's the thing. I feel like the biggest story hasn't been much of the games itself. Like, yeah, guys have been balling, they've been doing their thing. But to be honest with you, the coverage of the sport has been great this year.
Coverage has been great.
NBC on Peacock, NBA on NBC, NBA on Amazon Prime. Now you're seeing ESPN actually putting in better effort on the coverage on the NBA because like
Well, on YouTube TV, but we're not going to talk about that.
it's fixed now, thank God.
It's fixing up, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we ain't. Yeah, we're just happy it's back. But dog, I look at what like Amazon has looked like with their crew with Dirk, Steve Nash and the crew. Oh, it looks good. It looks dope. I like the way they're able to teach and educate like the community on basketball, and especially like the technology. But not even that, like the guys that you brought in, especially like with Udonis Haslam, and on NBC you got Vince Carter, Jamal Crawford, and the crew, Candace Parker. So like I like what they got as well. So just right now, it feels like the coverage of basketball is so much better now.
We have something else that's so much better now too.
What's up? I mean,
Nico's gone.
Yeah, shoot. I mean, I ain't no Mavs fan.
No,
but
I'm not a Mavs fan
do,
either.
But I do feel for the pain that they felt.
Talk about overdue.
Dog, but think about this. You traded Luka and you traded Micah all within the same year.
Mm-hmm.
So like Jesus. And with him, it's like Dallas fans are happy that he's gone, but at the same time, bruh,
how long is it going to take to repair that?
Not even just that. I'm about to pull Stephen A. real quick. Cowboy fans wish that was Jerry Jones too. That ain't gonna happen though.
No, Jerry is the God King of Dallas at this point. Like that's how he views himself.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said it a million times. Can't tell a billionaire how to spend his money
at all.
I did love though when he traded Micah And he's like, I think we got better, and their defense got worse.
Well, it got better after the Quentin Williams trade, which I'm still sad about because I hate seeing him in that uniform.
We were supposed to have Quinnen. Did you see that?
No.
The Jets came out and said that it was between Dallas and the Jaguars, and the reason why they went with Dallas had nothing to do with what the Jags were offering, meaning we probably offered something close to what Dallas was offering.
So what was the problem?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if James pissed him off, if Baselli pissed him off. I don't know what happened, but we were this close to getting Quentin Williams.
I wish I did, but
I do too. Our defense would be playing. They would have put up even less yards on us if we had Quinnen on the team.
Yep.
So
anyway,
Anyway, we got to see what to get into, man.
Nah, I'm good. I'm just glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. We'll get back on a consistent basis. If you guys want to see us on a more consistent basis, obviously, rate 5 stars for podcast platform to listen to. Subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, follow us on Twitter, all that fun stuff like that. We're on Facebook too, TDSN Sports News. Check all that out. Follow us there. Check it out. You can see when we're about to go live. We always let you know before we do. If you didn't like the show, totally fine. Go your way, we'll go ours. No reason to leave negative reviews. Doesn't help you, doesn't help us. No reason to go that route. You also get something, though, if you rate 5 stars and you let us know about it and you follow all that fun stuff and you tell us, you get a shout out at the end. You also get a shout out if you retweet. I've been able to speak all night. Retweet or share the show in any way, shape, or form you can. Or if you're a show that, if you like us, we think you'll like them as well. So, as always, shout outs come at the very end of the show. Shout outs are right now. Always go check out Jim over at Fan of the Van, Brandon 1420 Sports, Aaron at Brutally Honest, Darian over Chill Takes. Darian had a great piece that he just put out on James Gladstone of the Jaguars franchise. Please go check that out. Go check out E-Man at Average Sports. Him and Jim do a show called Cigar and Sports. Go check that out. Always go check out Sports After Dark. Yes, I've been absent from the space. I am not ducking anybody. I have been busy. I am not ducking anybody. And that's how you know I'm not ducking anybody, because I haven't been there for wins or losses. So we're going to leave that be. Like wrestling, go check out John, a Wrestling Fan Insight, whether you're a hardcore fan like Jalen or a casual fan like myself. If you're looking to gamble, please gamble responsibly. Don't bet the rent. Go listen to Nate's Daily Wager. Also, go check out the show that Jim and I do called Steel and Teal. Should be coming back at some point in the near future. I don't know when. As soon as my schedule frees up a little bit, we'll start doing some episodes and we can get some overlap at. But what's important, TDSN Sports News is back. We'll be back on a consistent basis. Thank you. And as always, we'll see you next time.
Peace.